All right. How's it going, guys? Today is Wednesday. Um, Up $700 today, which I'll have to check. I think that is my largest green day of the month by just a smidge. I've had a couple days very close. But that is actually my largest green day of the month. So today was a really good day, and for a while, I was green the whole day, but well, actually, I suppose I wasn't green the whole day, but I was green most of the day, and but just about around $200 around that mark, and then kind of surged as I traded this WKEY. Guys, the NFT stocks right now are all the hype, all the buzz, and you guys know I don't really trade small cap stocks, but these stocks that are announcing these non-fungible token, they're investing in these non-fungible tokens, and so back when Bitcoin was really hot and whatever, every stock that was announcing something to do with the blockchain or Bitcoin was surging, and now it's kind of the same deal with these NFTs. So anyway, let's go chronologically. I think Dolphin was actually the first stock I traded. That's why I say that I wasn't green the entire day, but I pretty much was. So this was just a really stupid quick trade. I tried to buy this one into VWAP as it was kind of looking like it was uptrending here, and you guys know I traded this one yesterday in after hours, and it gave really awesome trading in after hours, really clear technical setup. So anyway, looking for more of that, but I knew that this was kind of continuation and gapping up, but kind of opening lower from those pre-market highs, and kind of lower volume in here. So not really expecting too much from this one, but thought I'd give it a shot, see if it could kind of make some tests back at $38 level, whatever, something like that. But we didn't really get that, and so I cut this position actually as it came down. Then it surged up in the next candle to 30.80, but then ultimately just today, I mean, you can see now it's at 17 and a half. So not a good day for Dolphin here, and you can see on the daily chart. But all right, so let's move on, because this trade wasn't really much there. So Palantir was my next trade. This one I was up quite considerably. I was up on this trade. I think up here I was close to being up $600 on this trade. But you can see I stopped out of my last 800 shares. I held this one a really long time, but I stopped out of my last 800 shares as we broke below this pivot right here. And I had to get rid of it. And you can see that at the by the end of the day, this thing dropped down 6% on the day. So this one I picked. I was watching the market with this one very closely, flipping back and forth between what the market was doing, particularly the NASDAQ, and watching Palantir. And I noticed that Palantir had some relative strength with the market, so I thought this would be a good one to go long if it could. If the market could start to turn around. And at one point the market was turning around. I'll put this on a 5-minute, and here the market was bouncing, and Palantir made this move here, and I was really fortunate. I went long 1,000 shares and then added another 1,000, so I was in a pretty big position here, and this was kind of a slow churn upside, but we did get that move. And I was really looking for this one higher. I wanted this one to test back into that 23, 24 area toward the open, and maybe flip green on the day, but that was not that did not happen, and it took a while for this one to break apart. It churned for a long time. I gave this one all the way down here. It bounced back up, and ultimately it just could not get over this. It just could not. The market was just punishing this one, as it was the whole market, and it could not get over this 200 moving average, and that was that. I stopped out for a $258 gain, so still positive on it, but I was really thinking at one point as this was surging up here that I was going to be up more like $600, $700 on this trade as it came up here. So that one would have been a home run, but the market decided that that was not going to work out for me. So bummer. All right, this one, WKEY, guys, just crazy stuff here. You can see nothing was happening in this one until that news comes out, right? And the news is, well, let's see. So that was right at 1 o'clock. So WKEY introduces Wise.art, a digital certificate of authenticity, an NFT, lives forever on the blockchain, unchanged and unchallengeable as a proof of buyer's ownership. So that's the whole concept behind NFT, but they're launching this whole division into NFTs. They're investing in NFTs, and that is what traders like to see, apparently, as you can see. This one was up over 100% at one point. But as I started watching this, it was already up here, and I kind of saw it like this, and I thought it was really extended already. So I was kind of hesitant to trade it. Here, I bought this dip, and I got out. I got kind of chopped out of my first trade here for only an $8 gain, because this candle right here, you just had to be there. If you were watching WKEY trade today, you'd notice that it did this a lot, where it would surge up in the first few minutes of a candle, a green candle, and then it would kind of it would be a wild ride, and it would come all the way back down, and the candle would go to nothing, and then it would pop all the way back up and then down. And anyway, so I got chopped out and multiple times, and then I was in here and I lost $30 on this trade, not a big deal. And then tried it here, ended up getting out cold feet. This was 300 shares, so quick scalp there. And then 85 shares. This was a partial fill of 100 shares, but this was my one of my bigger trades here, and I was able to get out all my shares positive on this trade, although I got some better outs here. 1944 was my best out there. So at that point I was green on this stock, about like 60 bucks, I think. But then I continued to trade it as it came down here, and it surged back up, and this is kind of bullish because it's reclaiming these levels from before. So I went long here, but this was really unfortunate. I went for 200 shares because I liked the setup here. I wanted it to continue higher, but here, this candle, I thought this was the one, and then over half of it became wick. This is kind of what I'm talking about, that concept of like it was coming up, and then it didn't, and then this candle tried to come up, and then it came down here, and I got out 50 of my shares here, and then in the first second of this candle, I got out. I cut my entire position out here, which was a mistake, but it chopped me out, because this look here with these wicks topside, and then this red candle where it closes at the low of the candle, I thought this candle was going to break down, as this is kind of a bearish 2-minute pattern right here. I thought this was going to continue, but it held up, and then ultimately it surged up here. I did get a chance to get in 100 shares, 1840. I bought kind of a dip here, and was patient on this one, and was able to get some profits out here. And if you notice, if I kind of zoom out, you can see it just touched that $20 right there and made a new high here. It touched 2027, and then boom, someone came in with a huge market order, and it just flushed. It like in 1 second it dropped like $3, $2-3, and it was down here. And I thought, okay, I'm gonna be patient on it. I'm still holding 75 shares from my in at 100, and so I was trying to be patient. I got 25 out for break even right here as it came up at 1840, and then kept holding. And then this is where I made the most money on this today. So it came down here. I waited for it to bounce because it has kind of these bottoms here. And I waited for it. It bounced here. But then I really wanted this to continue higher here, and come up and make a new high through that 1840 level. But as it came back down here, I added. I got out 25 shares here, and then I added 75 back. So I had 25, and then I added 75 back and made it an even 100. And I said I'm going to set my stop below the low of these candles, and then I got stopped out for the rest of my position here in the next minute because I wanted it to continue higher, but that didn't happen. It came down. Then as it made this bottom here, and then it popped right back up, and this is like the same thing happened here and here. So this is looking like a double bottom, and then we've got a bottom here. So it's looking like it's bottom basing out here at this level. So as this candle closed toward the high, I immediately bought 1741. I was a buyer at the very beginning of this candle, and then I said, okay, I'm gonna hold this 100 shares. I'm gonna stop getting chopped out and wicked out and messing around here. I'm just gonna set my stop below $17, so below these lows here. So 16.99 was my stop, and then it came up here, and then with this pattern here, this kind of channeling action, looking for that breakout, I added 50 shares here. It needed one more leg down, kind of based out here, double bottom, boom. There it is, the rip, and I added 50 shares. I don't usually add to positions. I'm getting better at kind of adding to positions when I think that they're going to work, and this pattern looked really good. And then we got that rip in here, and trying to be patient with taking profits. That really kind of was most of my profits on this today. My last out here was 2050, which was not my best out by any means, and I actually put in a trailing stop on my last 25 shares, and that stop was right below this level, and as it came down through that level, it stopped me out 2050, so I got quite a bit of slippage. I got about 35-40 cents of slippage on those last 25 shares, which really bummed me out, but not a big deal. But yeah, anyway, I got some really good outs up here, and this was just an awesome trade with this 150 shares up into these new highs, 21, 22. So anyway, it came down in after hours, but had this pretty cool pop back up to just barely a new high here. And now it's faded off since then. But anyway, yeah, WKEY. It's kind of funny too because WKEY means, like in gaming, it's like WKEY is like WASD. When you hit WKEY, it's like you're pressing forward. So I appreciate the I'm a fan of this WKEY name, and that's why I titled this video WKEY NFTs. But anyway. Okay, so yeah, that's the recap for today. Up 702 on the day, so really continuing on with good trading, and this puts me at a new all-time high in my trading. So in my day trading journey. So yeah, all right, guys, thanks for watching, and I will be back at it tomorrow, and hoping to continue this. This kind of hopefully blossoming into a little bit of a hot streak here, but we'll see. I don't want to jinx anything, and I'll just be back at it tomorrow trying to trade my best, and hopefully the market gives us a little bit more momentum and a little bit more green. We want to see more green than today. It was kind of lousy. So anyway, I will be back tomorrow, staying cautious, and yeah. Hope you guys are trading well and doing well, and if you have any questions, as usual, you can join my Discord server. Link is in the description. If you did like this video, hit the like button and subscribe if you do like these videos as well, because I do these recaps every single day. So there you have it. All right, bye-bye, guys.